Hello, happy Monday, everybody. I just wanted to take a minute to take a personal video to share with y'all rather than making a post, just to be a little bit more personable. Um, so I just wanted to share real quick a little bit of the message that I'm trying to live for others and also to continue to be free. My name is Slade Skaggs, and I'm a person in long-term recovery. What that means to me is I have not had an illicit street drug or drink of alcohol since July 3rd, 2016. I could spend a lot of time telling you about the mess of my past and all the traumas that I've been through, but there's no need for me to do that. If you ever want to ask me personally and talk to me about my past before recovery, I'm more than willing to talk with you about it. Um, I'm empowered by the trauma that I have experienced in my life today, and I choose to believe not only am I not a victim, but I'm an empowered man in recovery that is not only living a program, speaking a program, but I'm living in a way that allows me to be free mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. And I'm doing my best to practice balance in all four of those aspects. And that's something I never really gave much time to until I fully stepped in recovery. And the main thing that I wanted to express in this video is something that I've learned coming in, fully stepping into recovery is for me, it's about connection to a community that sees me, hears me, accepts me for who I am, especially early on in the first of those days. I mean, I didn't think that anybody could fully ever accept what I thought I was or who I thought I was. And the reasons behind that is because I was living a life fueled from lies in my head that kept me in a victimhood. And because of community, because of being around peers, people that had lived experience just like I did from substance use disorder and opiate use disorder, because I was surrounded by that community and lifted up and told that it was possible to be happy and free and empowered, I could look at those people and know that they were speaking my language and speaking the truth. Like, I didn't just think, oh, well, it'll work for them, but not for me. I was like, I could see it and I could feel those things because I stuck around long enough. Because somebody told me early on, and I'm so grateful for this, is that I was living from a lot of lies in my head that kept me stuck in a perpetuated cycle of victimhood. And learning how to identify those lies was a huge part of me fully stepping into a new way of life. And I want to go back to, like, why the communities that I've been blessed to be a part of are so important. For 10 and a half months, I lived in what some people may call treatment or rehab. I did not see it that way. I lived in a recovery community full of individuals, like-minded individuals that wanted to not only be of service to others, but so passionately wanted to share their experiences being free from the slave to the chemicals that we used to use just so that we didn't have to feel all our feelings. And today I believe that, like, it's my divine birthright to feel everything. I came into this world with the ability to feel touch and see certain things and hear certain things and taste certain things and smell certain things. And along with that comes all these emotions that stir up inside. And unfortunately, like, our school system doesn't talk to us about how to balance those emotions and how not to allow our feelings or reactions to dictate our actions. And that 10 and a half months that I got to be a part of that so special and sacred community, man, I got lifted up to a place of freedom and joy and acceptance of what is in the moment. that right then and there I knew I was going to be okay no matter where I walked in this world. And I believe that for me, my belief is that I have two choices in each moment, in each situation. Whenever I come into whatever's next, I have two choices. And one is I can make an unhealthy choice, which I've been doing for a really long time, and that's my MO. It's not ingrained in me, obviously, because I've been able to take corrective measure and change that behavior and amend it. And then my other choice is to make a healthy choice. Really sit back and pause and allow myself some time before I make that choice and make an informed decision. And when I transitioned out of that long-term recovery community, I made a healthy choice, and I decided to continue to stay in community. And I went into sober living, a recovery residence of a huge community full of other like-minded people trying to learn how to live out here in the wild, and live healthy and live free and be connected to something that was bigger than themselves, and so a bigger picture than the end of my nose, and I'm so grateful I did, because I learned about my abilities and my capabilities. And being a part of that recovery residence, I got to hold these different positions and learn about what I was capable of. And all of those different positions allowed me to see how I could apply those to my daily life, especially if I wasn't living in community anymore. And what I found is I'm not meant as a human to do things alone. It's great to pull my bootstraps up and be a man and think that, oh, well, I can handle all of this on my own. But that, for me, and I don't know, and I can't speak for anybody else, is false. We are meant to help one another, and we are meant to be connected. And I spent a year in that sober living, and I had a lot of fun. I got to go see things and go to different states and conventions, and be a part of a community that was worldwide. And after that year, while I was still living there, this gentleman had gotten in contact with me because I guess somebody that he talked to said I would talk to Slade about this, and this gentleman wanted to open up a recovery residence, a sober living, and he needed somebody that could do it. And it was an act of service on his part, as far as wanting to help people, and he already had his business and his family, and doesn't live in a community like that, but he wanted somebody that was willing to take it on. And when he asked me to do that, man, I was so frightened. I was so scared, am I capable of doing something like that? And I told him that I was going to have to get with the God of my understanding, and with my mentors and my sponsors, and talk to them about that, and write down my pros and my cons and my costs and my benefits, and really pan it out. Because doing something like that for me is that's creating an environment for other people to learn how to love themselves, and keeping it safe, spiritual, clean. There are some big tasks on that. I mean, of course, doing it for myself seemed like an easier task, but what I want to say is, I used to think servant was a bad word. I thought I was supposed to be a natural born leader, and never could live up to that. And what I can say today is, choosing to live a life of service to others has allowed me to be a leader. And I think that that's the yin yang of it, is in order to give, I have to receive. And it's this fluid motion, and it goes around and around. And I don't have time to sit in my crap and think about all my problems, when my focus is to be a service to another person, and help share what woke me up. And so, a little over 2 years ago, when I started Recovery Centered Living in a partnership with somebody that had the finances to start it, man, it was beautiful. And I had so much self-doubt, but I became really empowered by watching what was unfolding, and making mistakes, and knowing I'm not one, and getting to watch, people grow from the recovery residence that I got to start and the culture that I got to create and be a part of. And I've watched almost 9 other men come out of our homes and become managers of other recovery residences. And it just overjoys my heart. I've seen a lot of people transition healthy into their life and continuing to grow. And I don't, from an ego standpoint, say, oh, I did that for them, because that's not the truth. I believe that, like, the power that works for me, the God of my understanding, is choosing to use me as a vessel to help carry the light to another person. And if that looks like creating an environment where a healthy, safe, sober, spiritual culture can exist as a family and a brotherhood, well, that's the mission that I've been given. It's the vision that I've been given, and I learned that from watching the others that are doing it not only well but thriving, and how it affects their life internally. And being of service has allowed me to be free from the lies that have created such a prison that I have been a victim to for so long, and I refuse to victimize my life or anybody else's today. So recovery-centered living, and having that partnership with my friend that asked me to start that with them here recently, he gave me the gift of relinquishing all of recovery-centered living to me, and I am now full sole owner. And I worked really hard for this, and I am so grateful for you, Josh. If you're watching this, I want you to know that, like, I love you, I appreciate you, and I never knew what I was capable of, and you helped me find that. You helped me see that. And for my sponsor and my mentors, for the people that held space at the recovery community, and I'll just say it, Serenity Star out in Smithville, Terry and Rosie, I want you to know, like, my life and so many others, what you carried with y'all's mission and y'all's vision has not only created so many ripples for so many people. I will not be selfish and choose not to be a ripple. I will choose to continue to be a ripple, to help provide and hold space for other people to maybe, just maybe, get an opportunity to come home to their hearts, to realize that they are the ones they've been waiting on, like y'all taught me. I am forever grateful, forever grateful. And so, again, I'm making this video so that I can be a little bit more personable. I'm doing the GoFundMe right now for a fundraiser for recovery-centered living, and being a small startup business and sole ownership. I'm learning how to become a businessman and do it the best I can. But aside from a businessman, I like to believe that really I'm just doing the best I can to do what was done for me. And so I'm asking for help with that. And I do not have a financial backer. I don't have a ton of money saved, and I don't want it to be so much about the money. I want it to be about the opportunity to providing more beds for a safe, sober, clean, and spiritual environment for more men. And I have, without a doubt in my mind, know that it'll continue. And one thing I've learned is it never looks like what I think it will look like. But there's the joy in the acceptance of the moment and what is. It's like, if I can be absolutely okay with what is and not have an expectation on what the picture is supposed to look like, I have internal success today. It's not about external success. I have an internal knowing, a deep sense of satisfaction and fulfillment in helping others. Anyway, it's been almost 15 minutes, and what I'd like to say is thank you for allowing me to be vulnerable, allowing me to share with you the message and mission of the vision that I hope to be able to continue carrying out, God willing. And I love life today, and I love that I get to be of service. Thank you for letting me share. And if you feel like it, please open up the GoFundMe, look at our story in there, and share it with others. I think one of the biggest contributions anybody could make, aside from financial, is just continuing to share that link with other people and let them know that there's a person with lived experience over here trying to share with others something that profoundly woke me up, profoundly gave me a new set of eyes to look at our beautiful world with. And I just really appreciate you if you took time to watch this video and took time to read the story. Thank you so much for your time, and have a beautiful Monday. I'm grateful for another day that wasn't promised, and I'm grateful that I get to use my voice. Thank you so much. Take care.